Hey guys, what do Henry Ford and Jesus have in common? A thought process? A mindset? Henry Ford said, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. And Jesus said, according to your belief, so be it unto you. When Jesus said that, he was talking to two blind men that had followed him from one place to another because they wanted him to heal their sight. They wanted to be able to see. So they asked Jesus if he would heal them. And Jesus said, do you believe that I can do that? They said, yeah. And Jesus was like, cool. Because according to your belief, so be it unto you. That's how life is. Whether we believe we can or we believe we can't, we're right. That's whether we believe we can lose weight or we don't believe we can lose weight, we're right. Whether we believe we can get this job, we don't believe we can get that job, we're right. We believe this medication will heal us, we don't believe this medication will heal us, we're right. We believe we can be healed miraculously, we don't believe we can be healed miraculously, we're right. According to our belief, so be it unto us. That's what Jesus said. He was the best teacher when it came to law of attraction and manifestation that ever was, if you ask me. Now, a lot of people would probably think that's a little blasphemous, but I can't help but see it when I read about him and the things that he said. I can't help but see it and think that must be where all these law of attraction people get this stuff, from Jesus. Because that's what he said. That's what he taught. So, I'm going to give you a couple little stories from work. I'm a real estate broker. I have this one client that no matter what deal we're working on, he's constantly worried about getting the short end of the stick. No matter what deal we're working on. And no matter what a good deal we get, he's convinced that he got the short end of the stick. There's nothing I can do about that. Nothing I can do about that for him. Except pray that he realizes that as long as he continues to believe that, that's the place that he will walk. I have this other client that came to me about 6 or 7 months ago, convinced that they were supposed to move back here. But we believe that's where God wants us to be, back there, at this time in our lives. So we started looking. Today, they have a home that checked off every single box, and it came in under budget. Because they truly believe that in their heart. However, they did take a little longer. It did take a little longer than it probably could have. Because they did what most of us do. Every weekend, they lived 7 hours away. Every weekend, they were here looking, trying to make this one work and that one work in their mind. We would write offers and then the deal would fall apart and all kinds of stuff like that. To the point that they started questioning, are they supposed to be here? So I suggested, hey, let's take a break. Take a week and don't look at any houses online. Don't think about a house. Like every time you start to think about this house that we looked at or that house that we looked at or wonder what's on the market now, remind yourself that you feel called to be there and that God's got it. You don't have to. I don't know if they actually took the challenge or not. They said that they did. They said they never got on Zillow or Realtor for that whole week. About another week or two after that, they came in. We were looking around. There was this one house that they decided it's going to work. I want you to pay attention to that. It's going to work. It didn't check off anything on their list. Not one thing. We wrote the offer. I wasn't going to argue with them. We wrote the offer. He signed it. We're waiting for her to sign it. And he called me probably about a half an hour, 45 minutes after he signed the paperwork. He says, hey, did you send that offer in? And I said, nope. He says, okay, good, don't send it. I said, well, I can't until she signs it. So he says, good, don't send it in because there's this house and I want you to call and see about it. He said, we passed by earlier on this highway and we never saw the sign. It was not there, but it's there now. So we'd like for you to call and see what the deal is. I said, okay, that's the house. That's the house that checked off every single box and was under budget. So what happened? Why did it take so long? Maybe it's divine timing, I don't know. But this is what I think. I think that when they made the offer on the other house, the one that this'll work, when they finally got there, all the worry about what house are we going to be in, is it going to work for us, all of that energy, all of their energy of trying to make it happen dissipated and went away. And that's whenever God, the universe, source, creator, was able to step in and do what needed to be done and cause that person to go put that sign in the yard because it was a for sale by owner. So they literally walked out and put the for sale sign in the yard probably about an hour or two before my clients went down that highway. How awesome is that? So God doesn't need our help. There are certain things that we have to do, like for us to be able to make a deal on that house. I did need to call them. I did need to set an appointment for my clients to look at the house. We did need to write a contract. There's actions that we have to take. But what happens with us is that we get an idea or we get a belief and we take off after it. And we don't wait for God to say, here, now, this way, that way. We just go do it. I'm guilty of that same thing. Excuse me. I am guilty of it. I'm also guilty of not responding whenever God opens a door for me to walk into. I'm guilty of that too. But the point is, just like Henry Ford and Jesus both say, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. According to your belief, so be it unto you. Same thing. Not if you're good enough, not if you jump through these hoops, not if you light the right candle or say the right prayer. None of that. Just according to your belief. The only thing that we truly have to control or be concerned about is what are our beliefs. My belief is that before I was ever born, God knew me. He knew you too. It says it in His Word, Jeremiah 29:11. Before we were ever formed in our mother's womb, He knew us. It also says in Jeremiah, different verse, different chapter, I think it's 1:5, that He knew the plans that He had for us, and they were plans for good, not evil. In John 10:10, Jesus says, the thief comes to steal, kill, and destroy, but I have come that you might have life and have it more abundantly. So who's the thief? I really believe the thief is our mind. because it's our mind that steals our peace. It's the thoughts that we allow to ruminate in our mind. I always get the short end of the stick. Oh, I never win anything. I'll never find the right man. I'm never going to be able to accomplish this or that. Those things that we truly believe deep inside, every time we do that, every time we say something like that and we truly feel it inside, the universe says, according to your belief, so be it unto you. And oh, Henry up there saying, hey, whether you think it's true or you think it's not, you're right. It's a very simple message, but we just kind of skim over it and we don't give it the profound weight that it deserves in our lives. We cheat ourselves by doing that, by skimming over things like that. We cheat ourselves. So let's not cheat ourselves anymore. Let those words be rooted deep inside your heart. Remember, your heart is where all the issues of life come from. Guard your heart with all diligence, because out of it are the issues of life. So, as we believe, so be it unto us. According to our faith, so be it unto us. Whatever's true in here. And you know what? If we have a hard time understanding that we are meant to live life and live it more abundantly, then maybe we should take into account what the Lord saith in Jeremiah 29:11, that He knew us before we were formed in our mother's womb. Before we ever thought about coming here, God knew us and He had a plan for us. And it was for good, not evil. I believe that. And I believe what Jesus said, that He came to teach us to have life and have it more abundantly. Again, I don't mean to be blasphemous. I'm not that person. But I cannot help but look at what these gurus teach about manifestation and law of attraction, and then read what Jesus said and not find the correlation. According to your belief, you reap what you sow. All of that stuff. It's all the same thing. Anyway, I need to do a little bit of housekeeping. Last video I did one night last week, I was really exhausted. It was like 9 o'clock at night. And I got on here and I said, I made a commitment, so I'm here. I did make a commitment to come back to YouTube because I really want to build a community. And I was talking about this to my sister or somebody, and they said, well, YouTube says that if you want to be successful on YouTube, you have to put out a video every single day. And I said, I know, I'm going to have to do it every day. And after that night that I was so exhausted, I really contemplated about what's going on here. And I don't want to build a channel. I want to build a community. So to build a channel, a successful channel, I would need to be here every day. But that's not my goal. My goal is to build a community. So if you're good with me being here once a week and sometimes once every other week, we're going to be great friends and we'll get along just fine. But if you expect me to be here every day, I'm not your girl. Because I do still have bills to pay and a job to do and clients to take care of. So I'm super excited about being back. I'm super excited mostly because I need these messages probably as much, if not more, than you need them to remind myself that according to our faith, so be it unto us. According to my faith, so be it unto me. Anyway, you guys go out and have a great day, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.